Want to hear something insane? Very recently, not too long ago, I was only spending 1.5 hours a day studying to end up getting more marks than the people who are spending 2 times, 3 times, 4 times as much time as me and still topping the class. And it is mostly because of this one thing, which is my ability to understand things. And in this video, I'm going to tell you how you can end up learning things so fast that it feels illegal, or at least get a little bit closer to that. And put the video in full screen, don't scroll through the sidebar, don't scroll through the comments. And the first thing you need to understand is the Feynman's law. Let me tell you a story. When I was like a little kid, trying to like watch some YouTube videos on fractions and stuff, it took me time to get through that concept. Like mentally, the video is probably short to get through that concept. And when my mind was over the processing the entire thing later on, when I was a kid, the way that I thought about it was fractions can be thought of if we have 1 by 4. If we have 4 parts, it's just one out of those 4 parts. One way of thinking about it. Another way of thinking about it will be you have 1 and you are dividing it by 4. And each of those parts you add it together and you'll get 1. And that way of trying to break down the world, that is what I want you to get in your mind. Like, let's say if I just came up to you, you're a 5-year-old, and I told you that, okay, we can have a logic. And in this logic, if you input one value, you get out another value. Let's say you input 2, you get out 4. You input 3, you get out 9. You input 4, you get out 16. In this logic, you input one value and you get out one value. Now, as you are increasing the value input values, the output value increases in this case scenario. So imagine you have 2 sliders here, you're slowly increasing this and this is increasing. And if you want to know how much this is increasing with respect to this at an instantaneous level, which means not just when this increases by this much, this increases by this much, as you're going through how much one thing is increasing with respect to another, then you have to do a kind of magic to this logic. And then you get a new logic. And that new logic tells you about the previous logic, how much this output value is changing with respect to the input value. And that, my friends, is differential calculus. And this way of trying to break it down, that's what's necessary. Because when I was getting taught things like Animal Kingdom, let's say, and we have the so-and-so groups, thing is, it just didn't sit with me. It just didn't feel right because I did not know why it could be used for. I did not know where it fitted in the big picture. So then I went on Google, I went on YouTube, and I watched that stuff. I was like, we have living things, and that living things we need to put in groups, and then so-and-so groups, and then so-and-so groups, and then that's where we have Animal Kingdom, and then we have the subgroups of Animal Kingdom. If you know the new things that you're learning, if you know where it fits into the big picture of your knowledge, if you're able to get that, then it's a whole lot easier for you to understand that concept. Here's why, because before you go into the concept itself, you're putting that base net about one, where does it fit? What is it used for? You want to have the things that you are learning in a form which like you can almost touch and feel and see it happening. Because if it's like abstract, if it's like, if whatever the thing you're learning, if it feels like abstract, if it feels like you're just doing some shit and finally getting the answer, and it is not in that level of understanding where it's, you can explain it in basic English language to a 5-year-old, then you have not yet understood the concept properly. And two things, that once you put the base net of where it fits in the big picture, how it's going to be used, what is, you're learning a tool, what are you going to do with that tool? If that is the base layer, and on top of that you try to break down whatever you're learning into its most basic form of what you're trying to do and where it fits in with the other shit you know. And for those people watching this video that says that nothing in the subject even feels like that, everything feels like that confusing thing, everything feels like what, like the abstract shit that you are talking about. Yuka, listen, everything I know about studies feels like that. Well, you have a lot of work to do. Because, and thing is, a lot of, for me, thankfully, I'm grateful to have the teachers that I have today. A lot of friends, a lot of people that I've talked to, they just, one of their complaints is that they do not like the way that the teachers teach. So what can you do? There are good resources online. That even with the good teachers I have, I still use those resources online. You can literally, even how, no matter how advanced or something of a concept it is, you can put it on YouTube and you can get people teaching it to you. Because you are not dumb. Let me just tell you this. With the whatever I've seen, you are not dumb. I just want to instill this mindset to you as you go on trying to do new stuff. Nothing in life is that complicated. If you like roll up your sleeves, I'm just copying what I heard from someone else. If you roll up your sleeves and you go into it and you get your hands dirty, everything is figure outable. Which means whatever thing that you want to do, you want to get better at studies, you want to get better at understanding concepts, it can be broken down into a bunch of skills. And you slowly get better at each of those skills by being shit at each of those skills. If you be shit for a long enough period of time, you become less shit. And it'll be messy when you're trying to become better in anything. And in terms of understanding the concepts, I just want to get that in your mind. If you feel that even wherever it fits into a lot of the other things that you're trying to learn, let's say you're learning some new stuff with the current syllabus that you're going, and you just think, and then it's like the foundations that those syllabus require, even that you don't have that understanding of that, you're able to explain it to in basic English to a 5-year-old. You can make a 5-year-old understand that, and you know how it like applies, how it fits into the big picture, how it fits into the knowledge that you already know. I'm just trying to explain a way of thinking. And when you slowly start to do that, it becomes a lot easier for you to perform, for you to study. Because half the work is already done. Way more than half the work is already done, I think. And yeah, it means that you will probably have to irritate your teachers a lot more. You'll have to ask a lot more doubts to pursue the subject, because now just being able to solve the problems is not good enough. You want to understand. You want to learn. And to do that, you have to be okay with asking a lot more stupid questions. Just put that in your mind. Again, if that's a genuine question, there's no such thing as a stupid question. Because stupid questions are what makes smart people. So listen, be okay with asking more dumb doubts. Again, you're requested, be thankful, everything. Do all of that social manners stuff. But then be okay with, because a lot of people I know, I've seen in my own experience, just to avoid the annoyance slash irritation in the voice of the teachers when they're teaching you that, after you ask the question, just to avoid that irritation, just to avoid seeing that irritation, most people I know never get their hands dirty into a concept, never get into that level of understanding. It's because of the fear. So I'm just like giving you the metaphorical permission that you need to be dumb, to look dumb. Because when you look dumb for long enough, you end up becoming smarter. Hopefully. Now, I'm not telling that whatever I said in the intro, I'm not telling that I'm better than all of the people. I mean, in this case, I am. I'm not trying to flex myself on the people who study way more and end up getting less results, because the point that I'm trying to make is that when you manage to increase the efficiency of the things that you do, then what happens is that you can do a lot more. Nor am I trying to say that when I was like only studying 1.5 hours a day, I'm not advising you to go onto Roblox and play with your friends the entire day. No. I'm not telling you to put on YouTube and watch Minecraft videos. No. Because even at that time, I was working really hard on some of the other pursuits that I wanted to make progress in. And hopefully with this video, despite the arrogance in my voice, will be of value, will be helpful to you. Because this is the start of 2025, and probably many people take this as an opportunity for change. And thing is, you want to get clear on that. You want to get clear of how you want to proceed, how you want to do stuff. So I'll see you in this video where I talk about how to make 2025 the best year of your life. My name is Yuka, and thank you. Peace. Oh wait, peace.